What's up, everybody, and welcome back, or welcome to a vlog, sort of detailing what I've been doing, what I haven't been doing, lack of activity, etc., what I plan on doing, and, giving you, my supporters, a reason why I haven't been doing what I usually been doing. But anyways, enough sort of blather. Let's get into the meat of it, which is more blather, as I'm gonna die. This is the end game once again, and this is my go-to game for vlogs because you don't really have to set up anything. I actually was thinking of recording some Heroes 3 on Might and Magic, uh, which was the quintessential time sync game. Oh my god, I'm so bad. It's been a while since I played this game. And also, I'm bad at video games, so whatever. But I was thinking of recording some Heroes 3 of Might and Magic since that was one of the games that I was playing uh, for quite a bit during sort of my hiatus, so to speak. And, that's fun, but it is a strategy game, and during my recording, not only is it, since it's an old game, it's like the quintessential late 90s to early 2000s time sync game, so it did weird things with XSplit, but you actually have to think, and me thinking while I'm talking about a different thing doesn't really go very well, unless I've had prior practice, so fuck it, playing Endgame, and actually the usual site I played on, addictinggames.com, sort of discontinued the endgame, so I have to start a new thing. So anyways, why haven't I really been doing too much? Well, there's a couple reasons. So, as a lot of you know, in early June, or in mid-June, I had my first shoulder surgery, June 21st, I think. And I still could do that because that was my left shoulder, but during TI think August 9th was my second shoulder, or my right shoulder, and I am right-handed, and actually my chair is a bit lower than my desk, so rotating my right arm to move the mouse is quite problematic, especially for a game that takes as much camera movement as Dota. For a game like Heroes 3, I can use pretty much my left hand and sort of maneuver the mouse well enough to play the game since it's very slow, very steady. But yeah, with Dota, I sort of want to use both my hands, and without your right hand, it's sort of difficult moving the mouse. So that's one of the main reasons why I haven't been doing too much. Of course, now it's September, my right arm is pretty much healed. Now I have to do physical therapy to make it strong like ox. So, but I can move it, and that's pretty much the only thing you need to do with the computer. You don't really need to. Oh my god, I'm so bad. You don't really need to take command of the keyboard and show it who's boss. So that's one of the main reasons. Another reason is that, well, I mean, as you all know, during or after TI 3, there's really not been anything going on in the Dota scene unless you're just doing your own projects. And there's been no games to cast, nothing like that, and of course now that tournaments like Star Ladder and EMS are starting up, I might buy a couple of tickets to that and do some casts occasionally. And of course I can really play with pub tasking benches because of my shoulder, and I couldn't really do too much else. And the third reason is that well, I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and I just managed to reach the 6K sub mark, which isn't that much, but again, I love everybody who has helped support me, and pretty much the only reason why I keep doing this is for support, and I pretty much make like $50 a month, even when I did one video a day. So, again, if you spend so much time on a time-consuming game like Dota, where the minimum game will probably take an hour, and if you want to do anything else besides casting, well, be prepared to take even more time, unless you do sort of impromptu draft analysis videos. If you want to do a big project, then that'll take a ridiculous amount of time. So yeah, but yeah, I've been doing this for 2 years, haven't really been receiving compensation. Not that I've been asking, I do this mostly for the enjoyment of sort of, entertaining my viewers and all that shit. But after 2 years, it does sort of start to get lonely. And I know you guys might be saying, why don't you talk to Luminous, why don't you talk to SK, things like that. Well, SK's busy, he got a job, and he's going back to school in the spring, so happy for him. We'll probably do more stuff in the future. Lumi, he's sort of kind of ignoring me, and you know what? Whatever. Not gonna bitch about it. But yeah, that's pretty much why you haven't been seeing too much Luminous content. It's he's sort of been ignoring me, and you know what? If he wants to do that, that's fine. My real life friends like Warren and stuff like that, well, they're busy, and I'm busy doing my own stuff, like physical therapy and surgery and all that matter. But maybe we'll collaborate in the future. But again, it was a lot of lack of motivation because I think I have a lot of good ideas, but when you sort of just spend hours upon hours and not finish anything, it just sort of does become a bit demotivationizing, which is not a word, but it doesn't really matter. So that's pretty much the three main reasons why I haven't been doing that much recently. I've just been sort of wondering, is it worth it to just keep doing this when I wasn't having as much fun? And the reason why I am keep doing this is because in the past couple weeks I've been playing a lot of Dota, and found out that I still have as much enjoyment for the game as ever. I still love playing the game. I still have fun playing with the teammates and stuff like that. And once casting starts back up again, I'll probably have a lot of fun casting. So and that's pretty much the main reasons why I'm gonna try to get back to one a day. And I know I've said that in the past, but I found new motivation. And if you want to help out, then feel free. Actually, I'll show you how to, you can, if you want to help out, what you can sort of, well, I'm sort of bullshitting here, but anyways, I'll go over that in the very near future. Actually, in the next couple minutes, is I have to think what I want to say next. So, yeah, one of the things I've been doing is playing a lot more Dota, and I've actually been streaming every night for the past couple weeks. And even though I only get like 5 viewers, because again, I don't really announce my streams, I just sort of go on when I feel like it. I usually stream from 11 to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I play 2 to 3 games, and then I just sort of stop. So, yeah, if you want to watch that, check it out, twitch.tv/bebon703. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is, I think, 5 to 6 a.m. CEST, or CET, which is European, and 11 a.m. SGT, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I'm just trying to run through the conversions off the top of my head. So if you want to watch, you can check it out. I stream around that time, maybe 2 or 3 games. And it's mostly just me answering the occasional question that happens in the chat and listening to music, stuff like that. So if you want to listen to chill electronic, upbeat electronic, and rap, then you can listen to my stream. So that is also sort of in line to what I plan to do in the future. So a couple things to do in the future. Plan on doing more Starcasts because I have fun doing them. It's a lot of fun playing myself, playing my team, stuff like that. Mostly it's just me being an asshole, and you know what? I'm sort of an asshole. I respect that, so if I'm enjoying it, I might just keep on doing it. You might see more you will see more pub task adventures as well. Again, I couldn't really do too much because of my shoulder, but now that's mostly better. I can play pubs with the friends. If you want to see more Purge analysis, which is live from Dota 2, I can probably provide those, although those will probably just be ripped from the stream. So, yeah, plan to sort of diversify the content rather than just straight up casting for like 100 days in a row. So switch up things to more casual audience, and after I beat this level, I'll show you the other thing I've been working on. But yeah, let me know which series you like the most. I know Pubtastic and Druntastic are favorite, but I don't really drink that much outside of, you know, having a beer with friends from now and again, and the occasional Druntastic adventure. And when I say occasional, I mean very occasional, because those happen very rarely these days. So those are just very impromptu. I'll probably announce them on Twitter or Facebook and stuff like that when they actually go down. Pubtastic adventures, you know, that's a little bit easier. Might not see as much team matching because SK is busy these days, so but we still play, so it's all good. And the main thing that I've been working on, besides another thing that I'm going to bring up very, very soon, is this. I'll show you. So this takes a while. So mad ups to Die Smiling and Black ID. Die Smiling taught me a lot of the basics on how to do this, and Black ID made me some snazzy overlays, which I hopefully will be able to use relatively soon. So if you've ever watched Die Smiling's Dota 1 highlight videos, or Dota highlights, it's sort of similar to that, except if you've ever watched ESPN or hardware classics from NBA TV. It's sort of more similar to that, where there's sort of an analysis breakdown. You hear a narrator going over in detail what's happening during these key moments. So planning to do that. This took a while because Replay Seeker and Simple Camera were being very, very obnoxious. So actually this took quite a bit, but I'm pretty much done. All I need to do is record the voice and sync up the video clips, and that's pretty much it. And this first one, which is eHome versus DTS, will be on its way, so expect to see that later this week. And I'm really excited. And if you want to help, you can email me at bballin773 at or bballin773 at gmail.com to sort of offer up your time. And if anybody was wondering why the hell should I do this, I am offering a small monetary compensation. Of course, again, I don't make like anything from doing this, so it all depends on how popular these become. Hopefully they'll become popular. If not, whatever. I might just keep doing them anyways, even though they are big time sinks. So I'm sort of hoping they'll become popular. But again, it's mostly just a way to diversify the content on my channel. And a lot of people have been asking for Dota 1 stuff. And rather than just doing casts, I think this way is a bit more appealing rather than sitting through 45-minute games on a metagame that you're very, very unfamiliar with. So if you want to help, email me bballin773 at gmail.com. We can talk details about monetary compensation if you are interested. And another thing is that I've been working on a Dota song. You've heard me mention this thousands of times before, but it's going to get released soon. I was working on SDG with it, or Screen Guard with it for a bit, but our schedules are really, really clashing because he lives in Australia, I live in the United States, the East Coast of the United States, and as you can imagine, our schedules are not really the best, so I've actually got my real life friend to help me out since he is a big music person, and I expect to see that within the next week and a half. My first Dota song, Dota parody song, whatever. So those are pretty much the main projects, and of course, as Raycall EMS and StarOuter start kicking in, I'll probably do some more casting. So maybe 2 or 3 casts a week, a couple pubs here and there, and hopefully if it's popular enough. Because again, if it's not popular, then I'm not going to spend like 16 hours, or not 16, 8 hours a day, or 8 hours a week just doing the Dota 1 highlights with commentary, basically. That's what it is, except I'm going to give it a snazzier title. But if it's not very popular, then I probably won't keep doing it unless I get help. But yeah, sort of have a good sort of benchmark in mind what I want to do every week. So thank you all for supporting me. Shout out to 6,000 subs, and hopefully you'll keep supporting me in the very near future. Another common question is, why don't I do live casting? Well, usually I have a very odd schedule because of school and summer. I tried, but nobody really wanted me. I know, I'm tearing up just thinking about it. Well, that wasn't it. Most people want to practice for TI3, which is basically the main thing. So I'm not too sure if now that TI3 is over, if people are going to be more open for casting or stuff like that. I'll look into it. But again, live casting is a much different schedule, much different beast. So we'll see if I'll announce on Facebook or Twitter if that actually does come up, what I am going to do with that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much it. Those are the future plans going forward, at least for the next, we'll say 2 months or so. So again, main things were the reasons why I haven't been doing too much, which I explain in very great detail what I'm doing in the future, which is more public stuff, me playing Sarcast, Pub Task Adventures, probably a Drunk Tastic in the next month or so, and if streaming every night from 11 to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and casts now that they've come back on. If you want me to do more casts, you can donate me a ticket. As it is, I buy my own tickets, but I know I'm sort of coming off, but I really just don't like being donated to in general. But if you want to see more, then you can sort of donate a ticket or something, I don't know. But yeah, more casts in the near future. I don't know which tournament do you want me to cover, Raid Call EMS or Starladder? Let me know, because I know Toby's covering both of those. Probably won't do MLG. Um, Let me think. Sarcast Pubs, Drunktastic, Live, Don't Want Highlights, Songs. And if you have any more ideas, let me know. bballin773 at gmail.com. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And thanks for watching. Again, the only reason why I do this is because when you haven't really done or gone too much in 2 years other than support the fans, then that's pretty much why you keep doing it, is because I've built up a fan base and I do love my fans. So thanks for supporting me, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.